How was the first episode of Talking Muse with Muse Carinary, people? We all love my show. Next time on Talking Muse with Muse Carinary, we've got Lizard Person, the man who just can't stop dressing like a female lizard.
I'm not defined by genome, by the way. We prefer to be called reptoids.
Then John Stamos, a real asexual lizard person.
Lizard person is not only not a lizard, but barely a person.
And for that whiz-bang celebrity, we've got him here. Fresh off the set of Ever's After, Bland Tingles. Will he or won't he? That's the question on everyone's lips. Will you, renowned actor, entrepreneur, Bland Tingles, run for office? Do you have what it takes to be president of Space Majesty, Diversity, and Total Power this year?
I've always considered myself a considerate, multifaceted person. I see no reason that being renowned actor-entrepreneur Bland Tingles disqualifies me from running for president of Space Majesty.
All that and even more than you asked for. Next time on Talking Muse with Muse Carinary.
That was episode 1 of the new talk show, Talking Muse with Muse Carinary. They said we should do a soft change to a new show, so there was some Ever's After stuff in it. Yeah. Next up, breaking too many eggs in your own personal sex omelette? We will help you beat it. Radiation Ships is now on WSPN. The Spoon.
Well, Franklin Professor, I don't care what you say. A 56 Chevy Bel Air could kick a 48 Buick Roadmaster's rear any day. At least in the first quarter mile, that is.
That is, if that's your truth, then...
It's absolutely. It's not my truth. It's just the truth. You sure this thing's working?
I'm positive that this is going to work. So go ahead and start your intro, and they'll hear everything.
Hey, this wind, it's throwing me off a little bit.
It's okay.
So I don't...
We'll fix that in post.
All right. Bowlers and windmill people.
Oh, hold on. Hang on. Let me get this. Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, and go.
Bowlers and windmill people. Kings and comrades. Settlers and survivors. To all you redheads out there in a Radiation Nation, this is an emergency broadcast to your heart. Further instructions incoming. We are live from the, middle of freaking nowhere. Out in the undisclosed location in the bone waste. Our hearts are sturdy, our backs are strong, and our eyes are shielded from the glare of the bone waste. I'm Rat Flank. With me, as always, is the professor. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your Radiation Ship.
Okay, that was good. Okay, hold on, let me stop the...
Got something special for you today, people.
Yeah, okay, there we go.
Something a little man on the desert, man on the waste segment today for you.
Yeah, embedded in the world. In case our listeners are curious about the proverbial nature of the proverbial bee in Rat's proverbial bonnet, I will elucidate. It is of paramount importance that we find the dastardly denizens of WSPN, the mysterious person or persons responsible for the theft of our broadcast. But it is of equal importance that we maintain the continuity of said broadcast for the sake of you, our listeners. We feel it's crucial that we continue our quest to turn you tired, huddled masses into rested, cuddled masses. So I have designed and constructed the mobile broadcast suit that I am now proudly wearing. I call it the Radio Address Distribution Emitter Relay Harness of Superlatively Engineered Necessity, or Raiderhosen. It will ensure that our listeners will hear our broadcast in the same immaculate quality to which they are accustomed. And, the story of the invention is as fascinating as it is whimsical. I began with the principle introduced in our last show regarding the conductive nature of silverware, and this...
We interrupt this abysmal field recording of radiation ships to bring you identical content of radiation ships, but of a much higher quality thanks to our love of surveillance technology, dark unspeakable sorcery, and perhaps a little bit of both. Whatever the case, we can and will do this to you anytime we'd like. So watch your mouth, or mouths, on WSPN. A spoon.
A sort of rudimentary fallopian superhighway, and thus, Raiderhosen. Brad?
That's fascinating. All our listeners out there, I'm hoping this is getting through.
Mm-hmm. It is.
We can't take callers today, so sorry to disappoint those of you who are planning to call in with your problems. Hold on to those problems. I'm sure they'll remain there till we get back. We are on our way to the city proper, to the Nash bridges and the gates that guard it.
Yes.
We'll be crossing here shortly, and we'll be documenting it every step of the way.
Yes.
We're well prepared. The professor has constructed, as he said, a suit to keep this radio show going on.
As practical as it is stylish.
Well, I'm not sure how practical it is. I would have definitely recommended some additional goggles or protective breathing apparatus, something like that. It doesn't seem like giving much room for that.
Well, it's a matter of necessity. And there's a pecking order. If I compromise my respiratory system for sake of the hearts and emotions of our listeners, then it's a worthy sacrifice.
As you know, we can't cut straight across the bone waste, no. So we are going a little bit of a roundabout way. It's been a little while since we've been out. It's been a while since we've been out together.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
But it's been a little while since I've been out as well, and it really just gets me, sort of thinking. Mm-hmm. The last time I was out here on the waste, just sort of finding my way. Lost some good friends out here. I think, Professor. When's the last time you were out here? In the waste?
It's hard to say. This particular portion of the waste, it doesn't look particularly familiar to me. But I really like your shoes.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. One of the things you got to be careful about this sand is it's a lot more adhesive than normal sand. Mm-hmm. Really sticks to things.
Yeah.
So you got to make sure you got nice slick boots, like really oiled up.
Yeah.
To make sure that you. By the way, your shoes. I got to say, Professor. I know. I suggested against them, but you're really going to scuff those up out here.
Yeah, they're decidedly lacking in lubrication.
The suede was not a good choice.
No.
I've got some extras in my pack. Do you want to?
We'll see. Let's ride these into the ground.
I mean, you could put the antenna in these just as well as those.
Well, I mean, it helps with fidelity in the 20 to 30,000 K range. I think these shoes are important. You want a nice air in your broadcast, and that's why the suede is really important in conducting the hypersonic frequencies.
All right. Well, that's your business. I won't tell you how to, run your little suit there.
Good. Good.
I do think maybe we should just chug a little bit. If it's been a while since you've been out here, we should probably just, go over general, I don't want to say etiquette, but just sort of what to expect from these sort of people out here.
Okay, yeah.
And what to sort of expect from this bridge.
Right.
Well, it's a marvel of engineering, first of all. Have you ever seen the Nash bridges?
I've not seen the Nash bridges.
They're magnificent. The feat of engineering. They're suspended, as you know, from the Skynet, because you can't actually build on the bone waste.
Yeah, that makes sense, yeah.
So there's just miles and miles of this curiously golden, glittering bridge. It's absolutely beautiful. We should be seeing it here in a minute or two. And I'm sure the listeners would love to hear your impression when you first see it. If you don't remember this part of the waste, because it's really quite a marvel. Quite a marvel. As we come up on it, though, some of the denizens of this bridge, you got to be careful about them. Because, these people, they'll come at you presenting themselves as one way. They may say they're there to help.
Yeah.
They may say they're there to help you on your way, make sure you can travel through. But you got to be careful because a lot of these people have hidden motives. A lot of these people just want your money.
I understand.
A lot of these people just want your attention. A lot of these people just want your time.
Well, I feel like I'm naturally immune to the wiles of these confidence men. As a matter of policy in life, I don't seek assistance from others. I am here solely to provide assistance. So if somebody wants to help me, they're already out of luck.
I agree, Professor. I absolutely agree. I just wanted you to be aware that there are certain dangers inherent in interacting with these degenerate denizens of the wastes.
That makes sense. I'm actually really excited about seeing just some of the sites around here. The Cheech Marina, that's on the Nash Bridges. Am I right?
It's just off the Nash Bridges. There's a river. A river runs through it.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
So we're just coming over the hill now, ladies and gentlemen. We're coming over the hill now, just seeing those bridges. That's pretty much all we can see. The city looks bigger than I remember it.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's bigger than I recall you telling me you remember it.
Yeah.
So.
Because I told you it was like medium size.
Yeah.
That's definitely bigger than medium size.
Yeah.
It's at least a grande city.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's like we're going to be meeting some people here. We're going to do some interviews here in a little bit. We're going to we've got a lot for you. We got a lot planned, ladies and gentlemen, to replace what we would normally do as callers. And should be up here on settlement just a little bit. Was there any other thoughts or anything that you had to add for this trip? Any impressions of that bridge? Anything else?
Well, I think it's important that we describe everything that we pass in intricate detail, so that our listeners will really be able to feel like they're on this journey. I want to begin, of course, with these blades of grass around us. Now, these are not. This is not grass.
Now, hang on a second, Professor. If you're going to get the right, I want to make sure we got the left. Okay. So let's go ahead and just start.
I'll go right, you go left.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. So the grass
so you're looking at the bones over here.
A traditional construct of grass. When I say blades of grass, I don't mean grass in blade form. I actually mean blades in grass form.
Goggles on, anodized goggles there. They're from Greg
they look
goggles.
Quite sharp. I had a sandwich that I dropped.
And now a word from our sponsor on WSPN. The Spoon.
Hi, I'm Paul with Piles. I can barely believe in these deals. We've got piles of piles for you to choose from. Buy a bunch and save a bundle. Our stock never stops growing, and its savings are irregular. We have so many more piles than ever before, and they all need to go. There's so much like us, and you belong here in Piles. Pile on the value, pile on the styles, pile on the rebate, pile on the smiles, pile on the ashes, pile on the aisles, pile on the clearance, pile on the steal to believe in the deal. Just ask if you don't. Pile on the piles. I'm Paul with piles of piles. Of piles of piles, of piles of piles of piles of piles. I'm Paul with piles of piles.
Don't be a pile, buy one at Piles, inside the Westgate warehouse just off of Highway 96.
How are we starring with your coffee? On WSPN, The Spoon.
Sort of a
orphan
cobblestone pathway, but
yeah, what's an orphan
they're not really
too?
stone.
There's a couple rats over there.
They're cobble bones.
Tails wound together into
larger fragments than the bone waste. In the bone waste, they're more of a powder.
This one actually has crown.
They're larger, so I can only assume that when we get to the heart of the city, they'll be fully formed skeletons.
There's a gentleman
But for now,
he has a
the
white
path is
coat
cobble
on,
bones.
similar to the professor's. It reminds me of his, although the name tag says something different. I can't quite make it out, but it is a shorter
but at the same time unkempt.
Very unkempt hair. It's salt and pepper, possibly. I can't quite tell. Longish beard.
Of intelligence.
Kind
Sometimes
of a
you have
wizard
to
beard, but like a wizard beard that's been aborted halfway through.
Hello, and welcome to the first gate.
Hi, I'm Rad Flink, and with me is always the professor.
I'm the professor.
Those radiation chips.
I am science. Do you guys know about the whole entrance gate policy?
Well, I mean, the professor is a man of science, as I like to think I am as well.
Oh, he's a man of science, too.
I am. I'm a man of many things. Science is one of those things. Food is another. I'm also a man of flesh and bone and heart.
Would you like some drugs from the science fair?
Absolutely.
Sorry, what's that?
The riffraff usually get stuck in the science fair.
That makes sense. That makes sense. I would expect him to. Those inexperienced in the ways of the waste and the wiles of the wild waste.
To get to the first gate, there's a general system we use. And after that, there's other systems for other gates. I don't set the rules.
Sure, okay. So this gate here, for our listeners at home, about 30 feet high. I guess, are those beakers and Bunsen burners that you have sort of hot glued up there?
Yes.
Okay. You know, it does get the idea of science across. That, I mean, the boiling multicolored liquids up there and the smoke coming off it definitely screams science to me. That looks like some good science.
It's a special design we do for all the gates we set up, whatever.
Yeah, are you cooking up anything special there, or is it just for the looks?
Oh, really? It's for the aroma? We like somewhere between dead and chemical.
Yes, it smells kind of like a dead, burning cat that's had Windex poured on it.
Yes, that's what we were
Is that what you're going for?
Thank you.
That's it's very accurate.
Actually, we spent many, many years developing that perfect aroma.
Now, I see you have an array in front of you of, they appear to be frogs that have been split open and pinned, and they're arrayed from what appears to be dead to slightly alive. Is that intentional? Did you lay them out that way on purpose, or were they all alive at some point?
It's visual aesthetic.
Okay.
All of them have been dead and alive. We started the process a long time ago.
Okay. So those are those that are presently dead were once alive, and those that are slightly alive were once mostly dead?
I think that's one of the things I like most about science is it tends to live on long after the creator has passed.
Well, mostly you can look at them and not know if they are alive or dead.
It's a mystery.
Yes, we call them Schrodinger's frog.
Everyone loves a mystery. So you were saying there's some kind of rules to get through the gate? When I was here last, we could just go through as long as we could fight our way past the mob.
Right.
Well, that was before the Nash Bridges rush. Too many people started coming into this damn city, so we started setting weird policies.
Okay, sure. I mean, you gotta weed out the ne'er-do-wells.
Absolutely. You two look like wonderful gentlemen.
We are definitely do-wells.
Yes.
So would you like to start the test process?
I mean, if we have to, I guess.
Yeah, we can.
You ready, Professor?
I can see what you have. I was born ready.
Okay, so
And
here's the
handsome.
gate.
Okay.
You see the holes in the gate?
I do see the holes in the gate.
Yep, just close your eyes, put your hands in there, and everything will go fine. Give me about 5 minutes.
Okay.
That's is that completely necessary?
It's the scientific method.
It's the scientific method. Okay.
Hey, well, my hypothesis is that we shouldn't do this. Yeah.
And if I know one thing about science, it's that
Hey,
your feelings should guide you.
You know what? I got an idea.
Okay.
Hey, kid.
Who, me?
Yeah, you orphan.
Yeah, I'm an orphan.
Come here.
Yeah?
Yeah, drop some candy in there.
I mean...
It's very tasty.
Extremely.
It's full of sugars.
Yeah, that looks like
Yeah.
a safe hole.
Yep.
Right in there.
Go ahead, put your hands in.
Just right in there.
Yep.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
I'd get it back out, but I can't. See, my hand's too big.
Yeah.
Got enormous man hands.
You've passed the first scientific test. Never do work that someone else can.
Excellent.
Now here is your prize.
Oh, we get a prize.
Yes,
Oh, well, why didn't you say that at the beginning?
I'm a tour guide.
Okay.
So it's about 50 cans.
Wait, our prize is to pay you to give us
Well,
a guided tour?
I brought teeth.
Yeah, do you take teeth?
You want teeth?
Acceptable payment.
Professor,
Onward.
keep you busy. Okay, sure. Yeah, let's go. What do we got here? It looks like this part of the bridge is a little cleaner. Little less riffraff. Less orphans.
Hey, Professor, you want any more hot chicken?
I'm gonna take a nap.
Okay, well, I'm not carrying you, Professor, so
No,
we're gonna have to take a break.
you go on. It's okay.
No, see, that's not. No, come on,
No.
Professor.
No, but it's
Now stay on your feet. Come on.
You
Look, you got toes. You use those toes. Use those toes,
I've
Professor.
got toes. I've got toes. Okay.
Yeah, what can I do? Show me them tip-tapping toes.
Okay.
Those dancing little toes,
Okay.
You're listening to Radiation Ships, a massage for your love muscle. But first, buy this stuff.
Do you have to barf? Hey, me too! Now we've got buckets. How about that? I'm pretty nauseated. Water your crops with our buckets. But that's not all. They're, hats, too. We found a bucket warehouse, and it has to go! It's on fire! Limited time only. We are no longer a store, so our name doesn't matter. The warehouse is on fire. Most of us are fine. Most of us...
We here at WSPN are proud to announce our ever-expanding radio network is now broadcasting to more places. You can now hear us in the Cozy Mirror, the Mirror Universe, the Mirror State, the Stateless Mirror, the State of Meerkats, and in the country of Merman, also known as the Godless Fisherman and Seaman Conglomerate Islands. Thank you to all of our listeners, and thank you for all of your broadcasts. WSPN, The Spoon. Our bowl is big enough.
I got it, but the Nashville chicken is definitely worn off, and I'm not feeling spry.
You know, I'm proud of you, Professor. You did great back there with the when you felt like you're gonna lay down and you didn't. That was some top notch walking.
Yeah, I'm feeling regret for that.
He didn't even lay down for gate 2 or 3.
I know.
Yeah.
It was very impressive.
My mouth.
It was good.
My mouth tastes like nutmeg for some reason.
I mean, the last time I had Nashville chicken, I just slept through all the gates.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've heard it happen before. That's what they've always told me. Is that you get the Nashville hot chicken and you're sweating and you see red, and the next thing you know.
I was going to say, it sounds like maybe you were fortunate enough to have somebody who cared about you enough to give you a piggyback ride.
Well, yeah, like I said, you got to be careful, because if people are nice to you, it's because they want something from you.
Also, emotion has no meaning.
That's a good point.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Welcome to gate number 4.
Okay.
The gate of patience.
There's a lot of magazines here. Like a doctor's office?
It feels very similar
when
you're done.
It feels a lot like that.
Yes.
It's been a few years since I checked in on the progress of either Goofus or Gallant. So, do I have to spot the differences between this one and the last gate?
Like, there's a lot of clocks on the wall. None of them really at the same time.
But really, you can check up on your soaps, which is really nice.
I think we could do that. Now, Audrey looks like she's got some issues with Laverne up there. On that, I'm gonna sit down and watch this for a minute, if you don't mind. Yeah, the twin sister. Didn't see that one coming.
No, you never do.
I think Ever's After's on after this.
I'm sorry, what?
What?
So what are we supposed to be doing? I mean, we can sit here and wait, but the sun's hot. Professor, how you doing? You feeling okay? Can we get some water or something? Yeah, can we get some water or something? Who is that?
There's a sort of a large, portly gentleman who's...
Not necessarily portly, is kind of looks like the physical embodiment of a barrel.
Are you trying to
like a
go
sentient
through my
barrel?
Gate?
Stacks of barrels, kind of. Yeah, we would like to go through the gate, please.
Well,
one gate pass, please.
Pass the test.
Okay, sure. Of course we do. So what's the test this time?
Follow me.
Okay.
You're not moving.
Quietly.
You're not moving.
Sit over here.
Okay.
See the flowers?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They bloom once a day.
Okay.
All right.
Only when they bloom can you pass.
Okay, it's like they're like a ticket in there or something?
You must watch the flowers.
Okay. Is this some kind of meditation thing? Some kind of you gotta learn to know yourself, because I know myself pretty good. I already know who I am. I don't have to sit here and look at a freaking flower.
Do you want to pass my gate?
I mean, yeah, I want to pass your gate, but what does that have to do anything? I mean, what does a flower do? The flower blooms, then I can walk through a door? How does that connect? It doesn't make any sense.
The first
You're telling me this flower is standing in my way. You're telling me this flower is blocking my path from getting through that door over there? That without this flower blooming, I can't even make it through that door? Let me tell you something. I go through that door anytime I want.
You're not both just loud. You're kind of like shrill but rumbly at the same time, and it's just really uncomfortable.
Oh, a little bit too much science.
My hair hurts.
That's one of the cool things about hot chicken, by the way. Just the listeners out there. Not only is it extremely spicy
over here,
and not only does it have some sort of hallucinogenic effects, you're also going to find that it actually grows your nervous system. Your nervous system will actually extend to your hair tips, and you'll actually be able to feel things that your hair wouldn't normally. Some people find them sort of a sixth sense of like they'll feel it's like a spider. You'll feel your hair brush against something, you'll know it's there, and you'll just automatically react to it. It's a really
pot that makes so much sense.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Is that the basic work? How it works? Science. I mean, Mr. Science, Dr. Science. What do you go by?
Professor Dr. Science.
Professor Dr. Science. That's basically the way that hot chicken works, right?
I don't care for doctors.
It is science.
Well, sure. Science. Scientifically, that's how it works.
Here's the deal, guys. This dude over here is real slow, and we're closer to the gate than he is. I say we just go through the gate.
Oh,
he actually just left the door open. We could probably.
We didn't have the battery open. Let's go.
Let's do this.
Yeah. See.
So
you just wanted something from us,
and we're through.
You just wanted us to sit there.
Yeah.
And just humor him while he sat there and bored us with the stories about flowers.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, love the suit.
Thanks. I call it Raiderhosen.
So how close are we? Like how much longer is this?
Let's see. This seems like it is the last gate.
Are you sure? Because we're still pretty far away from the city.
I can't remember how many gates, but this is probably the last one.
Well, you said you usually you don't remember the gates because you're usually we'll say out for it. Are you sure this is the last gate, or is this just the last gate you remember?
This is the gate before the last one that is after the last one I remember. It's 16.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure we've only been through, 7?
Yeah.
I lost count somewhere in there. So, back to my point, I was going to say, it's been a while. Sun's getting a little low. It was way too hot when we set out this morning. It's getting a little cold now.
It is.
And that wind coming off the bone waste and that bone dust, it's killing my allergies right now. So I was just wondering, you said you had a method whereby you took a bunch of hot chicken and you just woke up in the city. Now, could you just run us through how that would work? Could it work for you? Could it work for us?
That's not this test.
Right. Well, maybe it's a different test. Maybe the test is the bridge. Maybe like life, the tests are what you make it. And I would like to make it not a test anymore. Yeah, I think that's what science is all about, right? Pushing past boundaries, moving past the need for any more testing.
I would say it's definitely about progress.
Yes. Yeah.
Your personal and emotional
progress, much like our radio show. Exactly. That's why that's why we do what we do. Definitely for the listeners, for that personal and emotional progress. But what I would like right now, because I feel like I made a lot of progress today. Do you feel the same, Professor? I know you had some experiences earlier.
I've experienced innumerable mind-expanding experiences, and the experiencing of experiences is really at the heart of experience.
So I think we've learned enough about ourselves.
Yeah.
And it's time to we quit taking the middle road, quit taking the moderate way, and just let's get jacked up and end up in the city.
I think the term you're looking for is drugs all around.
Yeah, okay. Exactly. Okay. That's it. Yeah.
Hold on. Okay, I'm gonna do this.
Radiation Ships will be right back. Now another commercial break on WSPN, The Spoon.
I am the last of my people, the last of my kind. To those that come after, if you find this, no, it's, don't be, there's too much to say. I don't have the words or time. We couldn't help ourselves. We couldn't help each other. We couldn't save ourselves from each other. We couldn't save ourselves from ourselves. You aren't above it. Don't fall for it. Humanity is gone. My predecessors, friends, enemies, children, poets, and kings, fire, ice, and pride, and prejudice, and a whimper, and a bang, they're all the same. The day is gone. Sunlight only burns the fallen bodies. Know that we didn't mean to. We never meant to. If you're out there, anyone, if you find this and understand, be careful with yourself, and please pray for Jody. I saw them take her. I can still hear her screams.
Thank you for advertising with WSPN. 50 million credits have been removed from your account. Please keep broadcasting. We come together with our plan. WSPN, The Spoon.
Wonderful.
Whoa.
Ooh, that was not.
That was
not like the first time.
What are these headless birds doing here?
Welcome to the city.
This is less sparkly than it looked from the distance.
Yeah, it's Jenna. Whoa. Something else. Little dungy. Dingy. Why don't you get action? Whoa.
It's both. It's dungy and dingy.
Ugh. That's that hot chicken is something else. Been a while.
You get used to it.
So, to get to WSPN, it's over there.
Right, the big building over there with the tower on top.
That one, but past the other big building.
Okay, there's one with an antenna and one with 3 antennas. Is it that one?
It's the 3 antennas.
3 antennas.
Yeah.
What's the 1 antennas?
That's Athena's building.
Okay.
Yeah, she's
Athena.
Yeah, she's a robotized guardian of wisdom and protector of the Parthenon Pavilion.
Okay. Okay.
Just a robot army. Just get past her. No worries. I'm gonna not go that way with you guys, if that is okay.
Sounds like a classic overachiever.
Definitely.
She's clearly compensating for some sort of lack in another area.
Probably, yeah.
I've heard there's all sorts of ways to pass him, and you guys seem really adventurous. And
Robotic
really...
guardian wisdom.
Yeah, it'll be fine. I promise it's fine. I'm just gonna not do that. Do you guys need any more exposition before I go?
Well, yeah, actually, do you have some more?
Yes, actually. This is the town of Nashville. There's all sorts of weird things going on. WSPN is a radio station.
Okay.
There might be something evil controlling it. Who really knows?
Okay, yeah, I don't think that tracks, really. I mean, the evil part makes sense, right?
It does, yeah.
But they're coming to kill us? That doesn't sound right.
Yeah, I don't know. Does Connie Britton still live here?
How would they even do something like that?
Nashville has very much changed since the War of the Tall Skinnies.
Now, what's this Eugen? What's that? That looks interesting. What do they do? That's a really fancy front for that building. It's like I kind of feel drawn to it.
Eugen building. It's a real simple process. You go in, you come out better. Some things deeply and horrifically change.
No, sounds interesting.
It's a lot like what we do on our program, I think.
It does. Maybe that's why I was drawn to it, because I feel a certain kinship.
I mean, people begin horrifically changed when they call us, but it's really just a shuffling of order.
And really, the horrifically changed. That's kind of your point of view, because it's for those of us dealing with issues with a loved one, and maybe we suggest they take another path in life. Yeah. And maybe they kick that loved one to the curb. That loved one might say they've been horrifically changed, but they've changed for the better. And it's all just your point of view.
Yeah. Well, and then, if that loved one really feels that bad, they should call us, and then...
They should. And we can tell them why they deserved it. What they did to cause that.
Absolutely.
Anyway, we should probably, I guess, check back with Caden here in a bit. Before that, you want to just run through some ideas? Science, you have any more exposition, or is that generally the...
I think this is the whole bit.
Okay, that's the whole bit. You're done now?
Yep, goodbye.
Okay, yep, good to know. So there's Athena. Any ideas on sort of how we could bypass her whole thing, whatever it is, Pantheon or something?
But I feel it's important to not prejudge a caller. I'm assuming that she'll be calling us, and just let her tell her story. Let her spin her yarn as best she knows us, and then we can tell her where and how she's misguided and mistaken. And once we solve, her deeper flaws, she'll let us pass out of gratitude. I mean, that's typically how I operate in life anyway, so.
That makes sense. We can help her get out of her own way, so to speak.
Exactly. And in doing so, out of ours.
Okay, well, we should probably check in with Caden just to make sure. I mean, we haven't really checked in to see if this recording is working, how it's going, make sure.
The recording's absolutely working.
Yeah, okay.
Actually,
I mean, the red light is blinking, but so is the blue light, which you told me was bad, but the yellow light is sort of flashing back and forth, so I'm not sure what that one is.
Yeah, it's all very precise. I can explain it to you later.
That's fine. There's no need to get into it on the air. We don't want to just bore the listeners with, the blue lights and the purple lights, and the big blue lights and the smaller red lights. We don't have to get into all that.
No.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening to this very special episode. We'll have more next time on Radiation Ships. More man on the street, man on the bridge, cat on the bridge, other ogre things on the bridge type interviews next time from Red Flink and the Professor.
That's me.
We thank you very much for listening to this very special episode of Radiation Ships. Don't come looking for us.
What I'll do is I've switched off the radar hose, and so our listeners can't hear us now. I'll just let me hit this switch, and this will allow us to call Caden directly.
All right. Can you hear us, Caden? You there? Hey, how's the show going? You doing all right? Is there any callers coming in? How are you? Is it sounding all right? You get any feedback? Any bad feedback? Or you're not giving any advice, right, Professor? You got anything to say?
Hi, Caden.
Hi, guys.
Hey, how's the show going? Good? You doing all right?
Please take a step back. Guys, respect my process.
And I guess we lose a call?